So let us meditate on some excerpts from this book, Appreciating Shri Vrindavan Dham, where it is mentioned that the spiritual planet Goloka Vrindavan, the eternal abode of Krishna, is shaped in like the whirl of a lotus flower. Even when the Lord descends to any of the mundane planets, he does so by manifesting his own abode as it is incredibly beautiful, as it is. Vrindavan is compared to a lotus flower because it is incredibly beautiful, it is fully alive, and it can expand and contract like the lotus flower. And in his expansion as Shri Vrajadham, Lord Balaram is expanding as the Vrajadham. He fully accommodates all the necessary features of Shri Krishna's mind-pleasing pastimes. So Shri Vrindavan Dham, which is a form of Lord Baladev, is completely spiritual, fully cognizant, and saturated with unlimited prema for Shri Krishna.
Haribo.
The spiritual lotus of Vrajadham fully cooperates with Krishna's desire for the pastimes by expanding and contracting to facilitate Shri Krishna's transcendental movements from one location to another. And within a short time, for example, Krishna can traverse the distance between Nandagram and Vamsivat, where he meets nightly with Srimati Radharani. Nandagram is in Vrindavan. Vamsivat is in Bhandiravan, which is 59.54 kilometers. But when Krishna wants to meet, he does not walk 60 kilometers. It just shrinks and it becomes, he takes one step and he's there in Bhandiravan from Nandagaon. So by Sri Balaram's blessings, Krishna arrives there very easily, very quickly. And this is the inconceivable nature of Sri Krishna and his transcendental abode of Sri Vrindavan Dham. Now, the spiritual lotus of Vraja not only makes the arrangement for Krishna, but Lord Balaram also arranges for accomplished devotees to effortlessly wander all over Vrindavan to participate in the pastimes, splendid spiritual pastimes of Sri Sri Radha and Krishna. For example, one day, while Srila Sanatan Goswami was doing bhajan in Vrindavan, he walked to Govardhan Hill and he circumambulated Govardhan Hill. Then Sanatan Goswami from Govardhan Hill walked to Gokul Mahavan to perform Madhukari. And by evening, he returned back to Vrindavan to serve his beloved deity, Sri Madan Mohan. So how is that possible to go from Govardhan to Gokul Mahavan and back to Vrindavan in just one day? So here we understand that serving as the spiritual lotus of Braja, Sri Balaram Ji enabled Sanatan Goswami to perform this incredible service of walking over 108 kilometers in one day.
Krishna, Krishna.
So Srila Rupa Goswami compares Vraja to a lotus when it blooms fully. The different sites of Krishna's pastimes appear to be distant from one another, but after sunset, the lotus contracts and the places come closer together to assist the meeting of Srimati Radhika and Sri Krishna Chandra. In fact, Srila Rupa Goswami, he mentions that all of this is possible only by the mercy of Lord Balaram, who as the lotus of the Vrajadham expands and shrinks just to please Sri Sri Radha Krishna and their beloved devotees.
So Lord Balaramji, he is the dearmost friend of Krishna. He is always a constant companion of Sri Krishna. And he is so dear to Krishna that, Krishna, without Krishna, even in sleep, Lord Balaram is always muttering about Krishna's pastimes. In his yawning, he's also muttering about Krishna's pastimes. In his deep sleep, in his slumber, he is muttering about Krishna's pastimes. So this is the nature of Lord Balaram, that he's the constant and dearest friend of Sri Krishna. So there's a very sweet pastime that when little Krishna and Balaram were very tiny, they used to hardly wear any clothes and they would just run around, just wearing only jewels around them, and they would just run around the palace of Nanda Baba. So one time, different gopis, the elderly gopis, they came and surrounded Krishna and Balaram. And they said, and Krishna Balaram said, "Hey, what are you doing? Let us go and play." And then the gopis said, see, Krishna Balaram, see what we have brought for you. We brought some laddus. You want laddus? And Krishna Balaram said, yes, laddu, give. We want laddu, give. And then the gopi said, okay, only on one condition we'll give you laddu, that you have to wrestle amongst each other, okay? And you have to show that you are wrestling amongst each other, and whoever will win will get a laddu. So then, listening to that, Krishna Balaram looked at each other. They devised a plan. In that plan, they said, okay, Dauji, first time, no, I will lose. Then you get the laddu, okay? And then Balaramji said, yes, Kanha. Then second time, I will lose. Then you get the laddu, okay? Like this, they made the arrangement, and then they started, like big pehelwan, how wrestlers, they come and they were beating their thighs, they were beating their arms. Yes, come, like this. They were holding on to each other and they were doing a wrestling match. And then after some time, suddenly, Baladev, he fell down. Dauji fell down. And Krishna said, look, I defeated Balaram. Laddu, give me laddu. And then the gopis, they came and gave laddu. And then Balaramji said, hey, Kana, take laddu, eat your laddu. And then now Kana said, okay, he ate the laddu. And then he said, okay, let us collect it all in the plate. We'll not eat now, we'll eat later. Okay, next round, start. And then again, Kanha and Baladev again started wrestling. And the gopis are clapping their hands. Oh, what a beautiful pastime they're seeing. And then suddenly now, Krishna fell down. And then Dauji said, oh, look, I defeated Kanha. Laddu, give now. And then again, the gopis gave laddu. So like this, it went on and on. And then both of them got so much laddu. And in the end, Balaramji fed Krishna laddus. And then Krishna also fed beautiful, tasty, delicious laddus to his beautiful brother, Sri Dauji Maharaj. In this way, performing such beautiful childhood pastimes, Sri Krishna and Balaram, they would just completely capture the hearts of the residents of Brajabhumi, and they would just immerse them in pools of ecstasy. So beautiful, such beautiful, amazing pastimes of Sri Krishna and Balaram.
So let us conclude today's session with the meditation of Sri Dauji Dayal Maharaj, Lord Balaram's transcendental personality. Powerful Lord Balaram is 16 years old, full of the luster of youth, and he has a fair complexion, the color of a crystal. Balaram wears blue garments and a garland of fresh forest flowers. Balaram's lotus feet are decorated with splendid jeweled anklets, and he wears a sapphire toe rings, and his nails, they give out the luster like millions of moons. Lord Balaram, he wears a beautiful waist belt adorning his slender waist. His deep pinkish navel is so gorgeous that it appears that a pink lotus is floating in the ocean of milk of his stomach. Baladev's neck is splendidly decorated with garlands of flowers and strings, of jewels. Splendid bracelets and armlets, they ornament Tauji's graceful and very strong arms. And Baladev's handsome hair is tied in a graceful top knot. Splendid earrings adorn Balaram's ears.
In fact, Lord Balaram's beauty is exquisitely enhanced by the earrings. When Lord Balaram moves his head to and fro, the earrings just come and touch and kiss his cheeks. Lord Balaram's face is actually decorated because he is so white. So therefore his tilak, because if he wears white tilak on white complexion, his tilak won't be seen. So therefore Lord Balaram's face is decorated with tilak that is made out of musk. Musk is black color, almost like darkish blue. So Lord Balaram wears black color tilak of musk, and Lord Balaram's broad chest is ornamented with gunjamala. Gunjamala means it's a small red, black, and white berries, very hard. It is available in Brajabhumi only. Nowhere other than Vrindavan can we find these gunja berries, and they're just native to Sri Vrindavan Dham. And Lord Balaram, he wears a beautiful garland like we are seeing here of these gunja berries, and Sri Balabhadra's voice is very grave and his arms are very, very long, touching his thighs. And look at Lord Balaram's eyes, his lotus eyes, his loving smile, they just captivate the heart. And Lord Balaram's eyes, they look at nobody other than Krishna. And it is only filled with compassion, loving compassion for everyone. This is the beauty of Lord Balaram. And look at the gait of Lord Balaram, the poise of Lord Balaram, the way he stands. His stance is also such a, it's just poetic. Lord Balaram, the way he's standing, just look at the position, the poise with which Lord Balaram is standing, so much. In fact, Srila Prabhupada mentions that Lord Balaram is the fashion icon of the spiritual world. Jai 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 Shri Balabhadra Dauji ki Jai. So here we see that how Sri Balabhadra, his entire, if you zoom into this picture especially, we see that Lord Balaram's entire focus, there may be hundreds of things happening around him, but Lord Balaram's only focus is he's looking at Krishna. What does Krishna want? And before even Krishna says it, Lord Balaram executes. Just by looking at Krishna, Lord Balaram just executes whatever Krishna desires.
Jai Shri Baladev Shri Dauji Dayal Maharaj ki Jai. Leela Purushottam Shri Krishna Kanaya Lal ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Srila Gurudev ki Jai.